일로 아래 왼쪽 오른쪽 오른쪽 is right 일로 is up 아래 is down 왼쪽 left 오른쪽 right willow 아래 왼쪽 오른쪽 to the right 오른쪽 Alfredo, welcome. Free Daddy? I thought he was. Alfredo von Almazan. Welcome, Flesh Gordon. I know where you got that name from. Ryan, welcome, Ryan. How are you? Ryan Tejada. Dylan David said hi. Hey, Dylan. So many people are like coming to my streams recently saying free Diddy. First of all, like I can do anything to help him. Second of all, I didn't even know that he was going to prison until somebody told me this morning. I thought he was going to somehow get free or might maybe have an accident in his cell, you know. Michael Duvenagi. Duvenagi. Michael Duvenagi says hi. Hey Michael, how are you? Grint is the goat. I don't know if, or Grant, maybe Grant, maybe the A is X'd out. YouTube Drizzy. Put your hands in the camera for a Lamar edit. Lamar Jackson edit, right? YouTube's changing all its rules in a couple of days' time. Jazim Hamed. E.T. Trezzy says, no one's editing you, fool. God bless you, E.T. May God be with you. Jason says, yo, hello again. Welcome, welcome. Mikhail says, you are not my favorite. God bless you. I hope you find your favorite. Bro looks like Chico Lahoski. I have no idea who that is. Shazam says, we were talking last night about the Guy Ritchie edits. Yeah, where I said that if you want the look from Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels, you need to, first and foremost, make sure you have the lighting correct. And that will allow you to convert to a more raw look from which you can do the base color correction that they achieved in Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. The reason why I actually know this is because I did it for a movie that I did a while back. Biscuits Blah said hello. Hi, Biscuits. Super Freak for Life says hi, I'm from New York. Syracuse. Did I pronounce that correctly? Syracuse. The says, how's your day going? Not too bad, not too bad. It's coming towards the end of the day for me. So I'm just kind of relaxing and yeah, can't do sport at the moment because I kind of injured my leg. So I'm just chilling, talking with everyone. I was learning a bit of Korean and yeah. Congrats on the 8,000, Kareem Silva says. Ah, thank you so much, man. Thank you, bro. Yeah, it was crazy. I got like 300 subs within 3 days. Not a big fan. This might sound seriously weird, but I'm not a big fan of getting too many subs without getting to know the people, right? Luckily, I've got some people here like Jazim I was talking to earlier on about the edits, and we've got the Norse God and people like that who I've had like small conversations with. Um, Super Freak says you're kind of cute. Well, I'll beware if Super Freak is telling me that. Guest 666 says hi. How's it going? Super Freak, thank you nonetheless. Mimi says hey. Mikhail says, very Scottish name you are having, Kareem. Yeah, Kareem Kennedy, and I'm not telling you my middle name, but it's Kareem Kennedy Davis. If people know my middle name, I'm cooked. Have you got an Instagram with a show reel? No, all my movies I put on YouTube. If you go to my videos, and then you can see the different movies I've been in different countries for different projects. Wait, your first name is Kareem? What ethnicity are you? I'm a gypsy. We're Pikeys. And as far as I know, the neighbor's son was called Kareem. So my parents wanted to call me Michael and they just stole the name. They found out it was generous, it meant generous, and they wanted a generous son. Shadow YouTube says, hi, welcome. Eddie Spaghetti says, hey, babe. What? What's your type of what's your type in music? Um, Anything from, Indian to Japanese jazz to um, Ethiopian pop, Nigerian dancehall, rap, rock, anything that sounds good, really. Shanna says, "What's the topic this evening? Anything you guys want?" Super Freak says, "I'm always looking for new friends." Well, you're welcome here. I'm sure you'll meet a lot of friends, hopefully. Somebody whom I was listening to on LP recently was MF Doom. I've got his Food 20th anniversary album. Really nice. Jazim Ahmed says, I'm going to go off the stream and watch your videos. If you like. If I can make a suggestion, watch the Rwanda project because it's the most recent. I've got 3 movies there. Eddie Spaghetti says, should I send you a cute email? I got an email recently from a girl who asked me if I wanted her to wash my hair. Um, I was like, and she was like, no, I like your hair. And I'm like, okay, thank you, but I'm good, I'm good. Um, Shanna says, I like this community. Ah, that's nice, I'm happy. Um, Leilani, Leilani says, Jesus loves you, and he loves you too. He loves you all. Super Freak says, not if I send them one first. I've had a couple of emails and I'm like, okay, I'm good. Uh, this community is from Iran. Jimmy came in with the comment. Hey, I haven't been called Sideshow Bob yet, and I haven't had a proper roast. So the Iran thing is down. Oh, and also there's the random comment of people coming in saying, why are you gay? I haven't had that yet. Eddie Spaghetti said, I am a guy, babe. Okay, good for you, Eddie. Uh, no, what I says was a girl had sent me the last email I got from someone in the chat was a girl who wanted to wash my hair. Chief Prosper says, hello. Welcome, Chief Prosper. Hiya, baby. Who's the handsome guy? Huh? Who's my handsome baby? You look like a bit like Gavin Rosendale. I might have misspelled that. And I'm not completely sure I know who that is. Is it? Good. The lead singer of Bush. I'll need to Google his picture. So, where are you from? Ireland. Shanna says, Kitty. Yes, I have two of these tigers. I cut his brother's nails yesterday. He hasn't let me cut his nails yet. I'm going to do it tomorrow and then get them brush their teeth. What did I cook you today? Huh? Cooked you eggs, mince, and then I gave you some, what was it? Fluid collagen. Super Freak for Life says, oh my god, beautiful country. I've always wanted to visit. Um, wait, Super Freak, don't want to get too personal, but I thought you were from Britain. No, you said New York. Sorry. My bad. I mixed you up there. Ah, I was thinking of Freaky Susan. Right. Okay. There's a girl called Freaky Susan. Oh, you have a cat. How do you feel about your cute cat having two daddies? You and me. I'm good, thank you. They only need the one daddy. Thank you so much. But I'm sure there's some cats out there and some guys who want to give their cats two daddies. Moses Sotelo says, nice cat, bro. NA says, hi, daddy. Why do people keep coming to the stream calling me daddy? Men and women. Oh. Super Freak for Life says, nah, I'm stuck in the USA. How's things in the US right now? Hope they're not too dramatic. NA says, punish me. Oh, hold on. Yeah, sure. I can punish you. Uh, time out for 2 minutes. There we go. Nah, I'm only kidding. Thankfully, it's not necessarily a child-friendly stream. But if it was a child-friendly stream, of course, I need to block people saying those kind of things. Only Falsa says, oh, hi, kitty. Taylor says, Merry Christmas. Merry Happy Easter to you. Um, Kai Denius says, no homo, right? No, I'm not homosexual. I just now and again have some homosexuals that come to the stream. think, hoping I am one. No, I'm into females. But anybody who's who's gay, bi, straight, everyone's welcome to the chat. Only False says, so cute the cat. Yeah, he's kind of in his sleep mode now. He knows we're getting ready for bed. Bro, I got this pillow. This is the best pillow ever. I got it whilst I was in Korea at their version of, I don't know, Marks and Spencer's. Kane says, "Hola, señor. Hola, amigo. ¿Qué pasa?" And it is gigantic. You can put your shoulders, your whole head. You can just really relax on it. And yesterday I was looking at my pillow and I says, "Oh, I'm just going to have a great sleep tonight." I went, get myself a glass of water, come back. Both my cats were lying on the pillows. I had to sleep without a pillow. Eddie says, "No, okay, I'm sad now." Wait, I have a solution for you, Eddie. Are you open to suggestions? I have one for you. Maddox Purcell, is that a Polish name? Maddox Purcell says, "Hi, welcome, Maddox. Es muy bonito gato." Oh, muchas gracias. Mi gato Fides. Lo siento, señor. Mi español no muy bien. Super Freak says, kind of looks like my cat. Her name is Peanutty. Cute. So here's here's my suggestion for you, Eddie Spaghetti Kareem. I hope that your solution does not involve NA. No, no, no. I'll keep NA out of this. Super Freak. You and Super Freak. There you go. Now I know this is a weird or bold assumption to just assume that um, two gays will get on with each other perfectly, but there you go. Kane says, du hast eine Wolf. Ich glaube, du meinst Wolf. Wolf. Vielleicht wolltest du Wolf sagen? Ich weiß es nicht. Oder vielleicht ist Wolf ein Wort, den ich nicht kenne in Deutsch. Entschuldigung. Super Freak says, I'm female. Then I can't help you, Eddie. Sorry, Super. I was trying to. I mean, if NA is not in the picture, then it doesn't look good for Super. Mwah. You good boy. Give me paws. Paws. Give me paw. Oh, give me a paw in front of the stream, and you'll get your favorite treat. I like them. Super's a female. I like them. I like you. Okay. Thank you, Eddie. Eddie Spaghetti, we need to get you a boyfriend. Oh, uh, 안녕하세요. 한국어 좋긴 맞긴 못해요. Um, 손, 손실, 손실 TV. 안녕하세요. 감사합니다. Thank you for joining. Kane says, impressive. You know a few languages as well, but I'm not too fluent at most, but can understand and speak a bit. Hey, we all need to start somewhere, eh? We all need to start and learn. I was learning Korean and then I kind of got bored. Igor, 주세요. I was doing so well in Korean, but then I dropped it and I haven't studied in like a month. Shadow Boxer. Oh my God, Shadow Boxer. Nobody was asking that. Uh, 감사합니다. 감사합니다. 아니에요, 아니에요. 음, 문제 없어요. 문제 없어요. 아, Shadow Man, but not. Shadow came in here like I said, I want to get cancelled as soon as possible. Learn English says, Happy day to you, bro. Greetings from India. Oh, namaste. Namaste, mera bhai. Aap kaise ho? How are you doing, bro? So far, so good. Having some random nice conversations with these good people from all over the world. Favor Thomas says, Hi. Welcome. I get stuck between speaking English, learning German, and Spanish. Same time, but mostly just bad English. Oh man, your English is good. Learn English? He can probably confirm how good your English is. Super Freak says, what an entrance. I know, right? Or maybe French if you get my drift. Yeah, I think, who was it who said that earlier on? Somebody, every stream I have, somebody says, I can speak French, wink, wink. And you're like, yeah, okay, you don't need to add the wink, wink, or we understand what's meant by it. But yeah, it's all good. Hello, I am the one they call Amazing Bro. Whoa, Amazing Bro. Welcome. Um, Shun Shil TV says, what country are you from? 저는 아이르land이야. 저는 아이르land이에요. Ink Droplet says, chill bro, no hatred, just checking your personality, stay safe, and practice. Oh god. Okay, even Ghostwrite says, so what do you want to be when you grow up? Dude, I'm almost 55. I'm grown up enough. Kane says, Scotland? Yeah, Scottish Irish. Learn English says, I'm totally fine. I'm just sitting in the park where people do yoga in the early morning. I bet everyone loves relaxing in a calm area. After a few hours, I will be in college. So you are physically in India, right? You're physically in India. Whereabouts in India, if you don't mind me asking? I've always wanted to learn German so I can sound scary and confusing. I think the way I speak German is confusing, but I don't know if it's scary. Also, I noticed that the pitch of my voice changes uh, when I'm talking German, and I don't like it. I prefer in like when I'm speaking Korean, I would go something like "안녕하세요, 반가워요," and I would feel like the tone is alright. But if I was to say the same thing in German, "Net Ihnen kennenzulernen," I just sound like Mickey Mouse with confidence issues. But yeah, nowadays it's easy to learn German, I guess. Hopefully, you'll do a lot better than than I am. Grind says, "What's your disability?" God bless you, Grind. Oh, Zip Zim, what did you just step on? Huh? Yeah, tell me, Mr. Markby. Huh? You want to go out? It's open. You can go out. Yeah, good boy. Good boy. There you go. Yeah. Would you rather watch a tree grow? Paul says, or Paul. Okay, in Dragon Ball Z, just a bunch of people standing around screaming and exploding with rage. Yeah, I love. You know what I love? Dragon Ball GT. I am guilty as charged. Dragon Ball GT is like my guilty pleasure. Super Freak says cuteness is his disability. Super Freak for life. Being charming is yours. Thank you so much. Learn English says I live in a high tech city of Bangalore. Ah, your voice is fine. There's no fluctuation. If you were in my country, you should join yoga with people that help your mind to calm. Mm, I do yoga now and again. I'm big into meditation. I love I've been reading so many papers on quantum healing recently, partially because the studies that have been conducted are all post 2020. It's only since COVID that people have been more mindful and are now doing that kind of thing. So um, it was interesting to read up on that. A lot of science says when they can't explain anything, they just put it down to the placebo effect, and there's the theory that that is actually quantum healing. Kane says, I do acid now and again. Oh my God. People are just pouring their hearts out in this chat. Frame says, you one of them liberal, happy people I hear about. No, I don't identify with any of those types of politics. I got to go, but I'll be back. You take good care. Have a good one. Thank you so much for joining. Wonderboy says, you Scottish? Yeah, Scottish Irish. But where are you from, Wonderboy, if you don't mind me asking? Learn English. Honestly, I dislike my classes when the professor asks me a lot of questions as if I were being interrogated. Where are you from, if you don't mind me asking? Ireland, Scotland. So originally from Dublin, family moved to Glasgow, and I lived in Goa. Unfortunately, not Bangalore, but I lived in Goa for 4 months, if you can call it living. I don't know what is the minimum amount of time until you're considered an expat or having lived somewhere. North Yorkshire. Oh, you're a northerner. My mom's from Glasgow. Which part? If you happen to know, I'm from Gorbals. More or less Shawlands, but my grandparents were from Gorbals, so that's where I spent the most amount of time. South Devon here. Oh, nice. Framblad says, chill guy, don't get me wrong, by nobody, and you're everybody's problem. Doesn't have to be bad or good. You do you. Wonderboy says, I'm not sure to be honest. She was born there, but I don't know which area. Mm. If I'm completely honest, Wonderboy, Glasgow isn't all that big. I'm just like doing my nosy, but Glasgow isn't all that big. It's just always interesting if you get somebody who's just like round the corner, you know. Learn English says there's a separate British broadcasting channel, Scotland YouTube. By the way, Learning, we have on Sky, it used to be on Sky, there was like 16 different BBCs just for Scotland. It's crazy. Um, but yeah, a lot of things education related. Good morning, bro. Welcome, Kikon. So Kikon must be like, if he's saying good morning, he must be in India, maybe Indonesia, somewhere between those two countries. Maybe Myanmar, something like that. Wonderboy says, I've only been to Scotland once, to Jedburgh on the borders. Had an ex there. Mm. So it was just like north of the border you were, eh? Adios. Uh, Muchacho, gute Nacht. Gute Nacht wünsche ich dir. Vielen Dank fürs Vorbeikommen. Bis dann. Uh, Bro, in my city, I see foreigners from New York to England, Italians also. Yeah, but Bangalore's like there's lots of business and research going on there, right? I would assume you would have lots of foreigners there. Or is that just something that's recently been developed, or is it for tourism? Because I never thought it was like a touristic kind of place, but maybe I'm wrong. Wonderboy says, yeah, near Gala, if I remember. Wonderboy, I thought you were a UFC fan because of the guy whose nickname is Wonderboy, Steve Thompson. Steve Thompson, I think his name is. And he had like 15 fights, so they had that T-shirt. So I thought it was like maybe Wonderboy 15, like something like that. Um, I was completely off the mark. Maybe you're just a Wonder Boy, you know? So yeah, Salman Khan. He's from India. He's from India. I think I remember Kikon from yesterday or the day before. No, no says hello. Yeah, the foreigners usually explore megacities. Someday visit my country with your family, especially the southern part of India, my city, Bangalore. Learn English, you know, who I'm a big fan of. Do you know the Tamil actor? Uh, what's his name again? Rajnikant? No, Rajni. He's the guy who they attack with the knife and he bites the knife and he stabs the guy with the knife. Like, I forget his name. Oh, he was such a fun actor. Um, oh no, I had this name years ago before I heard about the UFC guy. Ah, but you know who I'm talking about, right? Wonder Boy Steve Thompson, one of the nicest guys in the UFC. Still fights in the UFC. It's crazy. Even though he's seldomly up for title contention, he's just so beloved by the fans that the UFC keep him on whether he wins or loses. Kikon right randomly writes Joe Biden. Oh my god, bro, you're like another Google search engine. My friend won't believe that you know my culture so well. I appreciate it. You know what I'm talking about, right? Did I say his name right? I love that guy, man. I love that guy. He's a little bit out of shape as opposed to the other great actors that South India has, but I give him a pass. Rajnikant is like, I once said something and it was translated in Scottish TV and it didn't make any sense to me, but also it was the baddest thing I've ever heard. He said something like, and your discretion is advised, guys. I'm sorry for this, right? It's not a child friendly stream, but I'm sorry for this. A bunch of gangsters attacked him, and then he was talking in Tamil. And basically, it was translated as when the fox speaks, the baby's hand comes from out the mother's womb to cover the mother's mouth when my name is uttered in the silence of hell. And I was just like, what the hell did I just read? Like, he has some of the funniest things that he says. Ah, I love him. Yeah, he did karate from when he was a kid, didn't he? Yeah, yeah, yeah. He seems to be a very successful YouTuber, and what he does, I think he's invested a lot in his personality. Great fighter, but he's also invested in his personality. And he works with other YouTubers. A lot of MMA fighters, they won't work with other YouTubers unless they're like Tom Aspinall, who just knows everyone in the north of England. But Stephen Thompson's like, yeah, I'll invite other YouTubers in, and he's getting on that boat. And I think it's a good way to earn a second income, especially if you're an MMA fighter off season, you're not earning much. Trust me, like half of my teammates are amateurs, either amateur boxers or amateur MMA fighters and wrestlers. You don't earn that much unless you're like, you know, fighting for the UFC 3 times a year. But yeah, he's very good at karate. Vato, South Valley Vato says, hi, welcome Vato. You like Rajni Khan? Yeah, I still say Amir Khan. I believe Amir Khan is from the northwest of India. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But Amir Khan, in my opinion, is one of the greatest actors in the world. He's really good. And I don't mean any disrespect to any Salman Khan fans here, but I just love Amir Khan from acting capabilities. Have you ever read the Stephen Moss or Saga? Man, I wish those were movies. No, I haven't. We were talking about favorite books in the last stream, and most of the books that I really liked were converted into movies, and the movies weren't bad. But I mean, if you have a good book and your imagination gets to travel with that book into those places, then you know sometimes it's better than a movie. I'm from New Mexico, so New Mexico in the south of the U.S., right? So borders on Mexico, if I'm not mistaken. I was only ever in Texas. I worked in Texas. Bro, I get you. There's too much violence sometimes. Stick to Indian movies with solid ratings. RRR is a great watch. I love RRR. That's the two guys that become friends, right? And the one is like he's in control of a tiger, and one is an undercover militant or something like that, if I remember. Yeah, I highly recommend that movie. Eddie Jackson says, I am in Nigeria. Welcome, Eddie. Love my Nigerian brothers and sisters. Are you Igbo? By the way, ah, I was in a Nigerian movie. It's called Payday. I do the voice acting. You can check out Netflix. My name is in the credits. I do the voice acting. I'm the I hate to say this, but I was the English English doctor. So yeah, um, yeah, a good friend of mine says Igbo, and he's a film director, and he says, can you help us out?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." I am an amateur human. Oh, nice. Keep at it. One day you'll be professional human. Eddie Jackson says, "Good man, welcome, Eddie Jackson, my Nigerian brother." John Jones is my friend. John Jones, John, is the Martian Manhunter from the DC comics. Do you mean the UFC fighter Jon? I just watched a documentary about the Ilya guy. Seems like the next big thing, that guy. Ilya, yeah, the Spanish guy, right? He's Georgian descent. He is technically already there where he needs to be. He's like in the limelight. He's challenging the Dagestanis. He's getting all the knockouts, finishing his fights different ways. He's already got the titles, but people still not really giving him that much credit. And then he's also got the Riz when you see him with the ladies. It's so funny. And he seems like a genuinely nice guy. Bye, bro. I'm going to school. Kikon, you take good care. Study hard. Sava says hi. Welcome, Sava. Anthony Limon says hi, bro. Welcome. Darren says Butcher Vanity. Never heard of that phrase. Butcher vanity. Hello, Nyrix edits. Hi, hey, that's Gust from Forsaken PV123 says. Who's Gus from Forsaken? By the way, I don't know what's going on with YouTube. It shows me I'm at 0 minutes. I have 0 people in the chat, but comments are still coming through, so I'm not 100% sure what's going on. Learn English says, take care, bro. Don't pay any attention to reckless guys who converse disrespectfully. My time's 7 a.m. I'm waiting for my friend. I like to play cricket. Enjoy, enjoy. No, don't worry. I don't take anything too serious. If somebody has a good roast, go ahead and roast me. And if somebody just wants to shout something, let them get it off their chest and then usually move on. Not too keen on the Dagestani style of fighting, to be honest. Obviously, it's evidently effective, but I prefer the strikers. What I like is Tom Aspinall. Tom Aspinall, Aspinall is a little bit different because his wrestling is based on British wrestling, Northern English catch wrestling, which I love practicing. And it's very effective to the point it's a great base for MMA. When you know how to do catch wrestling, you can then focus on striking. And Tom Aspinall has trained for like 15 years with the Furies, um, Tyson Fury and his brother and his father. Clayton says, how are you, man? Welcome, welcome. How are you? So yeah, I'm usually like well-rounded MMA fighters. For tournaments, the more rules and regulations and the more point accumulation a sport is dependent upon when it's to do with combat, the more the Dagestani style I think is effective. And when you start to take certain elements, when people start to like better their anti-wrestling or their anti-grappling, you start to see holes with that because a lot of the Dagestanis they don't even practice the stand up. They're like smash, smash, they're all about the smash. And they don't practice the stand up and it shows sometimes. It shows that's how Islam got knocked out, like cold. But it made him a better fighter, I guess. So yeah, not a a big fan, a huge fan of the Dagestani style myself, but I appreciate a lot of what they do. Like the integral little details, like holding the hand behind the body and putting the knees above the hips, stuff like that. Shen, Run Away by Kanye. SoloJackPlays says, Yo man, I made it to 300 subs. Congratulations. Congratulations. Guys, give this dude some congratulations. He deserves it. Yeah, but Wonder Boy, if you're looking for a style that meshes everything quite well, I can highly advise Tom Aspinall. You know something? When foreigners watch Indian movies that are so violent, they don't realize that in reality it only happens in certain places. Just choose movies rated below 13 plus. Well done, my friend. Thank you, learning, and I hope you have a good time at college today. What do you do for a living, if you don't mind me asking? Wonderboy says. I'm a filmmaker. I'm an independent filmmaker, and I also do filmmaking for um, or audio edits for training for a company on the side. And most of the films that I'm currently working on are charity projects. So we use like angel investors and stuff like that um, to help get them off the ground. It took me 7 months this year, 1 year last year to get to 200 subs. I think after a while, Solo Jack, I really don't have any advice for you as far as YouTube is concerned. But as someone who's gotten about 400 subs the last 3 days, all I can tell you is put the content out there. I put out a video of me discussing who would win in a fight. I think it was Neo versus Sentry, Neo from the Matrix versus Sentry, or Guts from Berserker versus I don't know some somebody. And I made like 7 videos over the weekend, and I just put one video and released them every day. And then I linked my other videos to it, and then all of a sudden my subscriber count grew exponentially. So just keep at it, Solo. I have no other tips for you. I have no techniques, unfortunately, where you can just short circuit or get there faster. But I do think the YouTube algorithm favors consistency because it sees itself, or it sees you as a potential moneymaker for itself in the long run. And let's face it, that's all YouTube cares about is money. Have you heard of that DDguy? I watched that DDguy goes to York the other day. I thought it was brilliant. DDguy? Who's the DDguy? Hey, are you outside? Come, come on, come, come. Ooh, heady scratches. Somebody's getting some heady scratches. Ah, nice little stretch first. There we go. Some head scratches. Scottish comedian filmmaker. I've never heard of DD. I'll need to Google him after this. Solo says, thanks, anytime, anytime, if I can help with anything. I wish I could give you better advice. What's your channel about, Solo Jack? Is it like video gaming, or what is it you do? I'll tell you, Wonderboy, I don't know if this is interesting for you. Um, there's a Scottish comedian. He's very, very brutal. Like, he's insanely offensive. He's also been attacked a couple of times in Glasgow for how offensive he is. I forget his name though. I completely forget his name. He brought out a series where he travels throughout the whole of Scotland, and he travels down to the border of England, and he even has my old martial arts instructor on for one episode, Tommy Karatus. Um, I forget though what his name is. He's going to bring out the same thing in England. Learn Ing says, thank you, see you later, you two. No wonder up the tune. Scotland's the best country. Mwanda says, greetings from Germany. No wonder, bist du in Deutschland? Das ist super. Ich wünsche dir viel Spaß in Deutschland. Welche Stadt bist du? Watch Jimmy's show, Didi Goes to Yorker. So he goes to, is it New York, or is it Yorkshire, or where does he go? Artie Vlog Dance says, Rade, 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 Rade. Rahikaebit. Danke dir, ich lebe in der Hauptstadt. In Berlin. Berlin. Wir fahren nach Berlin. My ex-girlfriend, she was a professional dancer. She lived in Berlin. I was there. I got stopped 6, 7 times by the police. Like every time I drove the car somewhere, I was doing it wrong. He stopped me so many times. Wonderboy says he goes to some place in Scotland called Yorker. Ah, so he's traveling about in Scotland. Anthony, hey, wait, is this the Anthony? Anthony the legend? Welcome, Anthony. How are you? I don't know if this is the Anthony I know or if this is a new Anthony, but either way, welcome. Wonderboy, is he funny? Yeah, it's funny. No, no wonder I was asking. Where are you from in Scotland? Glasgow, specifically Shawlands and Gorbis. It's like a short comedy film. It's not like real life. I need to check that out. Is it like a webisode where he's always going to different places? No wonder. Wenn ich fragen darf, bist du Deutsch? Kannst du mein Deutsch verbessern, wenn ich Fehler mache? Bestimmt gibt es viele Fehler in Deutsch von mir. Klar, gerne. No wonder. Danke, mein Bruderherz. Du bist der Beste. And if that was wrong, if you're female, then I have to say Danke, Schwesterherz. Du bist die Beste. Uh, what is your mother? Was ist deine Mutter? Mutters? Ah, my native English. I mean, Wonder Boy. He's from the border, and his mother's from Scotland. So he's probably thinking to himself, "No, it's not. You're you're not speaking English, Kareem. You're speaking something, but it's not English." Probably like that York guy. DD goes to York. I'm going to check that out after this stream. I only watched a couple of them. No one, he's like getting high and fantasizing about going to the moon. They're watching some kids' TV program about space. Plays sort of a simple paranoid dolly. Ah, okay. I thought it was like what do you call it? Like a more like a documentary. Christian Costilla says hello, welcome Christian. All right then. You speak French or Spanish? I'm learning Swedish at the moment for traveling. Really? Swedish? Oh, I'm sure the Swedes will appreciate that. 98% of Sweden speaks English. So even like when they go to a different country and they stay there for 10, 15 years and come back to Sweden, even the Swedes sometimes have issues speaking Swedish. But yeah, will you be going to Stockholm? Beautiful place, by the way. Beautiful. It's very nice, especially in the spring. You look like the Yorker one. So I look like the paranoid guy who's on medication. Das freut mich sehr. Oh, Nwanda's got the um, Swedish flag, the German flag, and the Scottish flag. Scotland has two flags. There's one with, and the second one I actually like, but it's only raised, I think, when royalty comes to visit. The second one is yellow and red, and there's a tiger. I just call it a kitten. Looks like a kitten trying to open the door. Yeah, Sweden. I think they'll like Sweden. Pretty cool country. Hablo de español también, pero solo un poco. Me gusta idiomas. ¡Hey! Respect. Muy bien, muy bien. Tu español, muy bien, amigo. Mi español no muy bien. Lo siento, mi latino amigos, amigas. Have you seen a movie called The Angel's Share? No, haven't seen it. Trumple says you look sad, buddy. Oh, I feel the exact opposite, but thank you for asking what's up. Welcome. Wonder Boy's coming in with the good recommendations. Oh, I just missed Learn's comment. If someone says devotional phrases like ready, ready, it's okay to ignore. If they say it once, it might be part of their spiritual greeting. Ah, thank you, thank you, thank you. But if they repeat it many times and try to get you to say it too, that could be like a cultural or religious pressure. Be mindful. Such behavior might not always be respectful of personal boundaries. Look at Learn Ing, man. He's giving us the social studies today. I appreciate it. Where have you been in the world and which country did you like the most? I'd have to say the three countries that I like the most. I'll narrow it down to three countries that I like the most. Um, Rwanda, specifically Kigali, because of the people, the most beautifulest, friendliest people with the cleanest hearts you can ever hope to see or meet. Very safe country, despite the country being bordered on Congo and both Congos having issues currently. But in Rwanda, you do feel very safe. It's very clean. It's one of the cleanest countries I've ever been to. Then next up is South Korea. So South Korea, once you get into the culture, you speak a little bit of the language, you put the effort in to show the same mannerisms that they show you, um, they start to open up more to you. And when that happens, I feel like you make really good friendships and you have a really good time in Korea. Plus, the shopping is amazing. Like, I love shopping in Korea. I always put a little bit of money on the side and then I go to Korea and then I just go with an empty suitcase and yeah, consumerist. It's the only time of the year I'm a consumerist. And there's always something to do. 2 in the morning, you can go to karaoke. 4 in the morning, you can go to baseball. It's just amazing. Um, and then number three, I would say Singapore, maybe Germany, Finland. Oh, it's hard. It's hard. It's hard for me to say. Um, it's a hard one. It's hard to narrow it down to three. If I had a top 10 list, it would be a lot easier. Um, but yeah, I've been fortunate to be to a lot of countries. Also, Panama. Panama was pretty unique. It was the first Latin American country I ever went to, and it was had such a unique vibe. What other sports do you follow? I'm only really into snooker. Oh, what's that snooker's player first name? His second name is Davis, I think. He's related to me. Only kidding. Um, but yeah, fencing. I like fencing. MMA. Boxing, I've been watching less and less. I'd say I like practicing MMA and wrestling more than watching it. Fencing, I enjoy watching. I think they're amazing. Second fastest sport in the Olympics. Um, Steve Davis, that's his name. Ah, yes. I like. I used to like playing snooker and billiard, um, table tennis. Love swimming, hiking, but watching sports, I don't really watch that much anymore. It's too time consuming. I prefer to actually um, nicknamed interesting. Wait, his nickname is interesting? By the way, do you have Soundcore headphones? These, these are Beetlebug. Welcome. These are called sarcastically since he was so boring. Ah, gotcha, gotcha. Beetlebug says, should I quit? Oh, if it's smoking, then yes. No wonder. I think these are just regular phones. I bought these in Korea. They're very good, but they were like 4 or 5 euros, dollars, and they just cover my ears. Good to wear on winter. Wonderboy, tell us something random about Scotland and how the mood is in the country. Ah, I'm listening, Wonderboy. Beetlebug says it's YouTube. Um, Beetlebug, my honest opinion, yeah, don't spend too much time on YouTube. And I know that's weird coming from a guy who's just opened up a chat and is talking to basically strangers on YouTube. But if the alternative is you put YouTube down and you get a good sleep or do some meditation or read a book, then yeah, do that. Um, Beetlebug, explain your profile pic. I'm not Scottish, no wonder, but it's a great country with procedures, a lot of incredible talent given its size. Produces, sorry. Helios, welcome. How are you, Helios? Always good to see you. KK says, I like the way you lay your hand on your head. I don't know if that's a roast, but that caught me off guard by KK. As my cats came in. Oh yeah, I think they're in. Oh, it's starting to get a bit chilly outside. Sorry I'm late, I'm good. You? Helios, can you heal me? Ah, nice one, no wonder. Luckily and hopefully, no wonder doesn't need healing. Uh, KK says, no, baby, it's not a roost. Ah, a roasty. Um, so many people in the last stream were like, hey, baby, what's up? Let me crawl in that bed with you. That's the third or fourth person that's hinted that in this stream alone. Um, thank you, KK, but I'm sure there's a someone's keen indeed. Oh, KK, if you're a guy, look under the bed. Well, I'm actually lying on the floor, but look under the floor and I'll find you there. KK, if you're a guy, we actually have somebody I could set you up with. It was a guy from earlier on who asked me if pillow soft or something like that. Um, but yeah, we can try and set you up. Uh, Helios is the name of some hospitals here. Yeah, the Helios sign I think is like a stick with a snake going like that, and that used to be a 13th star sign, the snake charmer. Oh yeah, KK, calm down. Uh, no, baby, I want you. Oh my goodness. I heard Helios, calm the hell up. Back off, Helios. Oh my God, the chat is going crazy. I'm also a healer in some games. All right, so there's a message. What's that message? I'm a toast. Blow as a kiss, daddy. Oh my God. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights says, Yo, welcome. By the way, it shows me 0 viewers. Where are all these people coming from? Uh, please, a big old kiss. Okay. My cat. My cat will get a. Okay, I'll hide that one, Helios. Says 6 on yours. Shows me 0 minutes and 0 viewers, but it shows me 13 likes. I don't know. This is this is weird. Oh, Arctum! Ah, Jesus, thank God Arctum's here. Welcome, Arctum. It's been it's been pandemonium. I should what normally when I'm making gaming streams. Um, oh, what's this? 논누. 노노? 노노? 노노 안녕하세요. 감사합니다. 반가워요. 만나세요. KK says, do a little dance for me. KK, we need to set you up, man. 15 is like the number arc. Let's go, Arctum. How are you? Arctum is so good on Fortnite, man. Drippy Mod said, are you drunk? I actually don't drink. KK says, love with you. How do you know how to speak Korean? 한국어 좋게밖에 못해요. 한국어 문제 없어요. No, no, I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding. It's 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 not easy, but I'm practicing. And I've been to Korea like 6 times. Violent Messenger, do you like Chester Bennington? Wonder Boy, I'm the run of the squad in Fortnite. Ah, me too, bro. Me too. No, no, I hope I'm reading that correctly. Nono says amazing. Yeah, I'll tell you where I've been. Cheonnan, Jeonju, Hamburg Island, Hamburg Village, Busan, Incheon, Seoul, Jeju Island. Did I mention Jeju Island? Sokcho, and Yangyang. Shark Tank. Do you have a good relationship with your father? Uh, random. Uh, no, I don't know. He passed away when I was very young. Oh, let me read that. An Anyong. I think he wrote Anyong. Oh, 조성합니다. Oh, my 한국어 is not fast enough to read. Lizard, welcome, welcome. Shart is saying that you have daddy issues. I don't know if he was saying that, if he was indicating that, um, but either way, moving on, moving on. John Doe, yo, what's up? John Doe, the name for for people that can't be identified, huh? When their bodies can't be, when they're found but they can't be identified. Blizzard says, my cousin has a crush on you. Who's your cousin? Was that the person that was here earlier on? Thank you for liking Korea. 아, 문제 없어요. 네, 네. 감사합니다. Thank you for Korea always welcoming me and allowing me to have such good, beautiful memories. 감사합니다. I'm going to go to Korea hopefully in October. Hopefully. Lizard, is your cousin KK? He says yes. I'm in your walls. Ah, that's what Rona. That's what Ronan used to say. Could be Rona. Rona's got like 15 YouTube accounts. You can never catch that dude. He's so elusive. I served in the military with the US military in Korea. Ah, really? Nice. I watched some YouTube videos about the US military. They have these fitness tests, and a lot of influencers go there, and it's a really interesting place. And you get all the Korean and the US military people. They have like this pact. Um, and correct me if I'm wrong, but the pact has been since 1954, since the Korean War. Helios says, I became a commander. Whoa. And pro in Fortnite. Oh. So saying as Nono was just talking about serving in the military. Most Koreans need to serve in the military, right? Most Korean males, if they're able-bodied, unless I think they work in tech, then they have the option to do that. And I think the serving time's been reduced, right, from 24 months to 18 months. But I'll let Nono correct me if I'm wrong. I enjoyed serving in the military because the American soldiers were always kind. Well, I guess they were very kind, specifically being in Korea. It must have rubbed on off on them. So yeah, if you're a kind person, then I think they would be kind to you. Helios is showing an angry emoji. I don't know what I did wrong, but I'm sorry, Helios. Wonderboy says you have a sharp mind. I'm guessing you're quite high functioning. Me? Jesus, no. As soon as my cats walk past, I'm so easily distracted. I forget whatever it is we're talking about. And by the way, I think most people, once they get into talking in groups, once you practice it a little bit, they become way better, smoother at it than what I could ever hope to be. Many Jim says, I love big women. Ironically, he spelt love big, but big small. And he did feel the need to share that with us. Okay. Um, Mini Jim, I hope you meet a big woman who loves you as equally as you love her. Bro fell off. I was not expecting that. There's just a lot of people just jumping in, mentioning the most random of things. I call them NPCs. Yeah, I was thinking not particularly creative, but it's more like non-playable characters. Every character under the sun plays their role. Some drops of knowledge or BS, however you want to consider it. But I think my theory is we're all part of consciousness, and we download parts of that consciousness into this reality, and then we interact like we would a video game. So let's say you have a brother or a sister or a really good friend, and you're like soulmates, and you're playing a video game. Well, that's what this world is. And sometimes you run into an NPC who's not quite developed, but you should treat them the same way, like you treat your cat or neighbor's dog. Yeah, that's cute, that's okay. And then just go on. Kyla, welcome, Kyla. Good to see you again. My sister from another mister, how's it going? Some people have a real bad connection. Connection with this reality, or do you just mean Wi-Fi connection? Wonderboy, sometimes in comments I see pics of women and I saw a predator in the pic and I say, I love you, baby, or something. Wait, what? The people are sending pics here? I don't see any pics. Kyla says, I don't know my dad. Oh, um, you know what? I just mentioned earlier on, I don't know mine's either. So that's why we're YouTube twins or YouTube siblings. Um, wait a minute. Are you Scottish? Yeah, Scottish Irish. Canon Ireland Inia. I have no idea what you mean, Helios. No, in YouTube video comments. Ah, I am so sorry. 아니요, 아니요. 문제 없어요. No, no, no problem at all, my friends. No problem at all. It's similar cultures, similar cultures. Mini Jim says, I once loved a woman who wasn't. Oh my goodness. Jeremiah Keller says, welcome. Keller, meaning basement in German. Helios says, damn, sorry for you, Mini Jim. Leo is here. Welcome, Leo. Hi, I'm Leo, the main character. Yeah, we've been waiting for you. The other 12 star signs have been waiting for you. Cap. For those of you wondering, wait, there's only 11 other star signs. Not true. It used to be 12 star signs. It used to be 13 star signs. But the Arabs removed the 13th star sign, which was the snake charmer Helios, the healer, because it was an unlucky number. I got that magic. I can fly. Oh my god, I watched a video. This is why I don't go onto Facebook. I watched a video of a man jumping into a airplane turbine and immediately dying. Like, why do they post those kind of things on YouTube? And God bless this man, he was just under drugs and he thought he was flying. If I was on the apron position, I would have tackled him down and held him there until the police come. Leo is here. Bro, I'm Goku. I'm Vegeta. I'm Omni-Man, gang. I was mistaken. I like Scotland too. Oh yeah, you're always welcome to Scotland or Ireland. It's like I said, it's very similar, and we have lots of Koreans in both countries. 차오도요, 차오도요. 화장실 어디예요? The most important thing to know. Lil Jimbop. I used to play. Fortnite, but I was so bad at it. Just ask Arctum when he's back. And I will give my cats lots of pets. Hey, that's the best thing you could do. Giving your cats pets. I think they would like that. I think one of my cats thinks my other cat is his pet. I was looking for something here. Nono says, wow. I don't even know if my pronunciation was right. Chaogyo kaseo? Chaogyo kaseo? Is that pronounced correctly? Chaogyo, chaokyo, chaokyo kaseo? I don't know. I think my pronunciation is off. I still rocks my Super NES. I'm old school. Or maybe just old. My dude, Super Nintendo top 10 games. I'm going to hit you with this. F-Zero, best racing game ever, was created in the late 80s after the developer took a trip to America and saw Batman, Tim Burton's Batman, in the cinemas. So the first racing car in F-Zero was based on the Batmobile. And the reason why they removed the wheels is because it needed less pixels and it could run faster. Oh, KY10! Bangawoyo Manaseo. Welcome, KY10. Second, oh, and also great soundtrack. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, amazing soundtrack. So that's game number 10, right? Game number 9, Street Fighter 2. Street Fighter 2, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, best freaking fighting game ever. And this is someone who worked for Tekken, right? Bandai Namco. Was an amazing game. Also, great soundtrack. Oh, Nono says perfect, bro. Kamsahamnida. Thank you so much. How are you? One of the Discord groups I'm in, someone is spamming the word. Ah, terrible, terrible. Um, the reason why I put Super Street Fighter 2 over Street Fighter 2 Turbo, or Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo over Street Fighter 2 Turbo, is because it was more complete and you had the 4 extra characters. Um, then some blister game. Then Donkey Kong, Donkey Kong Country. Dun, 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 dun. A lot of people don't know that soundtrack was created in North England. I kid you not. It was an English musician. He came up with the percussions in a shed. So, legendary game. Then, Super Mario Brothers with Yoshi in it for a very long time. That was like the best selling game of all time. Super Mario Brothers All Stars with the old games. Then I would say Super Mario World 2, which is an underrated game with Yoshi. Then Super Kirby. Then Zelda, A Link to the Past. Secret of Evermore, underrated game. Mega Man 7, took 3 months to develop. Best soundtrack of all Mega Man games that came after Mega Man 3. Mega Man X1, also an amazing game. Super Bomberman. Oh, the list goes on and on. Don't care. 1, 2, and 3 and Mario All Stars. I grew up on that. Ah, Donkey Kong 1, 2, and 3. Oh, yeah. Amazing. Luke says, can you grab the camera for the Lamar Jackson edit? I don't get it. Like, I keep doing that, and then people say, don't do that because you're not being edited. And I'm like, okay. So I don't know what this Lamar Jackson edit is. Starwing was a pretty good game. Wonder Boy, there is actually 2 Starwing games. A lot of people don't know that. There's a second Starwing game. And I think you can download it on Vim's Lair, or you can play it on the new version of the Super Nintendo that you can buy with 32 games inside it. I have dinner here and since and start know that I have dinner here since the start. No, you have 8K and I joined before 1K. That is true. You've been here since the start. Well, I've actually been on YouTube since 2010 or something like that. Guys, I'm gonna be right back. I'm going with my mum, buy things, and become rich. Hey, more power to you. I have been here since 5K. Wasn't it called Star Fox or something in the US? Was it? Oh, that I don't know. I think it was one of the first 3D games ever. And a lot of people don't know Super Nintendo was the first console that had online capabilities, but not through internet, it was through satellite. And that's how Zelda, A Link to the Past 2, was streamed throughout Japan for 4 months, streaming at 1 to 2 hours every single Friday with a live orchestra playing the music in the background. That is pretty cool. By emptying the register. Bye for a bit, Helios says. Take good care. Kyla and Gaming know each other in real life. Do you want to join? SMP? What was SMP? Also, I think the Nintendo was a great console as well. Boy in the Blob, um, Tetris, an amazing game. Most expensive game of all time is actually the Tetris for Sega Mega Drive, signed by the creator who never got a cent for his creation. It's a Russian game, great puzzle game. Um, then there was the football game, really weird football game. The Bay City Brawlers, a game that not a lot of people know about, also a great game. Super Mario Brothers 1, 2, and 3. 2 was actually Hokey Dokey Pokey, but just remixed because the original Super Mario Bros. 2 was just too hard for most people and too similar to the first one. I think the PS1 was supposed to be the SNES CD collaboration between Nintendo and Sony, but Sony went it alone and the rest is history. They did have people that would work together prior to the PlayStation release. I do remember that. PlayStation. And that was also the death of Sega once they started bringing out PlayStation 2, I think. Christian Costelia says, hello. Gregory Master says, how's the people? The people doing not too bad, my friend. Having a little chat. I'm going to be another 2, maybe 3 minutes before I go off. How are you doing, Gregory? Oh, so many amazing cons. Recently, a friend of mine, she went to Hong Kong and she told me about a console that was released in China that has its own games. I've never even heard of it. I had to Google it and I found some information on it. And she was like, yeah, if I find it, I'll bring it for you. It's only like $20. And it's like 16-bit. And I was like, oh, wow. Yes, please. Had like a Chinese version of Paper Mario. So far, so good, Christian. Everyone just relaxing, having like talking about random things. I just went in my video game nerd beast mode for a couple of minutes there. Got Super Nintendo's Rockman and Bass. It's literally the screensaver for my video editing computer. Christian said, hi, hello, my friends. All right, guys. I think another minute, and that will be me. So let me start thanking people who joined. So obviously, everyone I nerded out with, Kyla, KY10, Gregory, Christian, Wonderboy, and then we had a lot of people who were physically interested. Thank, thank you for dropping by, and yeah, um, hopefully you all can find each other and be happy. I think that would be pretty cool. Um, Other than that, yeah, thank you everybody for dropping by. And KY, honestly, really, really thank you. I've known KY for 2, 3 years now. When I started streaming video games, he was one of the first people who dropped by. I don't remember which video game it was. I think it was Cuphead. And since then, we've always been good mates, and he's always been he's pretty solid. Wonderboy says, "Yeah, thanks for the chat. Sub to your channel. Nice to meet you guys." Thank you, Wonderboy. Thank you so much. Saira Princess says, "Hola, hola, ¿cómo estás, mi amiga?" The princess has arrived. We bow to the princess. And yeah, it was Cuphead. KY, we should have a Cuphead stream. Ah, and we also did our stream together, remember? When we did a collab. I will watch the next stream. Always welcome. Always welcome. Watch Jimmy DD Goes to New Yorker. Yes, that's why I'm leaving a couple of minutes earlier before I go to bed, so I can watch the recommendations that you guys gave me. Yes, I remember. Some say KY, some say that was the greatest stream in human or artificial intelligence history. The one that the two of us created together. It's like 4 viewers. But yeah, that was an awesome stream, man. It was KY going crazy. It was amazing. It was amazing. So yeah, man. We need to do one. We did. I think it was Roblox, right? Roblox most toxic community. It's worse than Call of Duty. Anyway, take care, guys. I wish you all the best. Hopefully, you will all get good sleep. And yeah, thank you all for joining. It was nice talking to y'all, meeting some new people, talking with some old legends, having a good laugh, some good roasts, and sharing some knowledge with each other. All the best. Arctum Silva. Arctum's the man. Kyla, KY, and Arctum. I've known those guys for a while now. Absolutely adore them. Guys, take care. See you in the next one. And if I drop a little gem of knowledge to you, you don't need to sub, you don't need to like, you don't need to do anything. But I do have some social projects on my channel. If you can check them out, it's called the Rwanda Project. It's some new movies I made while I was in Kigali, and they are really cool social projects helping children in poverty and need. So check them out. Hopefully, you will enjoy them. Leave some comments, share with some friends, and yeah, I'm going to wish you all a great one. Christian, goodbye, mi amigo. Take good care. All right. So let me just finish up that stream. Ah, thank God that stream's finished. Oh my God. If only everyone knew how much I hated them and how I hate streaming. Oh, sorry guys, sorry guys. Didn't know the stream was still on. God bless you. Bye bye.